Right. Very good. Primary, when we talk about primary packaging, what do we talk about? What do you mean by primary packaging? Any idea? What is primary packaging? In your own words. Only one layer. Okay. Anyone else? Package of the product itself. Yes, the product comes in that package. The direct packaging of the product. Absolutely right. What about secondary packaging? Immediate container. Very good. What about secondary packaging? Okay, dabba. Okay, the cardboard box. Yes, the product comes in that package and we remove the package when we're using the product itself. Correct? Okay, what about transportation packaging? Additional layer for protection? Absolutely, yes. We remove the box and we use it with primary pack? Yes, correct. What about transportation packaging? Bulk package? Absolutely right. Correct. So we've understood packaging, we've understood the functions of packaging. So let's move on to something called as labeling, right? As you can see here, labels are useful in providing detailed information about the product, its content, method of use, etc. तो label जो लिखा हुआ रहता है बॉक्स के ऊपर वो हमको information देता है कि what is the product, what are the ingredients of the product, इस product को हम लोग कैसे use करें, राइट एंड ये प्रोडक्ट आता कहाँ से है, अगर हमको कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो कंज्यूमर कंप्लेंट का भी नंबर रहता है उसके पीछे, इट बिलोंग्स टू विच ब्रांड, दीज आर सर्टेन थिंग्स दैट लेबल टेल अस. द लेबल में वेरी फ्रॉम अ सिंपल टैग अटैच टू द प्रोडक्ट, लाइक यू कैन सी शुगर, व्हीट, पल्सेस में आप देख सकते हैं उसके ऊपर एमआरपी लिखते हैं और बेस्ट बिफोर उतना लिखते हैं, indicating some information about the quality or price, to complex graphics that are part of the package, like on the ones on branded products, like you can see on your shampoo. शैम्पू का नाम लिखा होता है और शैम्पू में क्या क्या है वो लिखा हुआ रहता है, और क्या लिखा हुआ रहता है. Shampoo, let's everyone think of a shampoo. MRP, very good, MRP is written. What else is written on shampoo? Expiry, very good. Manufactured, very good. From which brand it belongs to? Yes. Brand name, ingredients, yes. Contents of the shampoo, absolutely. Code, yes, yes, very good. Customer care number, yes. Ingredients, barcode, yes. How to use, shampoo के पीछे लिखा हुआ है रहता है, how to use. Address of the manufacturer, yes. Shampoo, how do you use the shampoo, it is written, and it is also written कि इस shampoo के साथ अगर आप ये conditioner use करेंगे तो the benefit of the shampoo will be maximized. Yes, have you seen that written? For maximum results use this, for external use only. अगर आंखों में चला गया तो जल्दी से पानी से धो लीजिए और उसके बाद में contact a doctor if the itching persists. Correct? Yes. Okay, so these are few of the contents that is written on the label, and even this is written, this shampoo is for dry hair, if is it for split ends, is it for curly hair, all of this information is given on the bottle, and that's how we understand whichever suits us the most. So that is your labeling. Now let us understand what are the functions performed by label. Number one, describe the product and specify its content. Of course, प्रोडक्ट शैम्पू के पीछे आप देख सकते हो कि प्रोडक्ट शैम्पू है और उसके कंटेंट्स क्या है, मतलब क्या, इज इट पैराबेन फ्री, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ केमिकल्स डज इट हैव, वगैरह वगैरह. देन नंबर टू इज आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट और ब्रांड. ऑफ कोर्स जब आप शैम्पू खरीदोगे, ऑन द शैम्पू ऑन द बॉटल यू कैन सी द प्रोडक्ट नेम एंड द ब्रांड नेम, right? You will see the brand name written over there. Then third point is grading of product. This is important. Remember, we spoke about grading of products and we told that grading of products is important for food items, right? It is important for food items. So then it happens, grading of products helps in promotion of the products. If the labels are attractive, it attracts your customers and the customers will be ready to buy it if your labels look very nice. Imagine you have a very good packaging but उसके ऊपर आपने कुछ नहीं लिखा है, will you buy it? Imagine the packaging is very good, right? And it's a box, it's a very good box, it's a sturdy box, and you know अगर आप नीचे गिराओगे तो भी डैमेज नहीं होगा, लेकिन उसके ऊपर कुछ लिखा हुआ ही नहीं है, will you buy it? Absolutely no. So of course there has to be label on it. Next you have providing information required by law. इसका ये मतलब है कि government says कि ये चीजें उसके ऊपर होनी चाहिए तो होनी चाहिए. For example, in your food products, it is very important that you specify everything that has gone into it, like your processed food, right? Let's assume you have taken a packet of biscuits. पीछे मैंडेटरी है that all the companies have to write whatever has gone in making the biscuit, even the tiniest quantity has to be written on the biscuit. So these are few of the functions performed by label. Has everyone understood? Yes, very good. Okay. Price may be defined as the amount of money paid by the buyer in consideration of the purchase of the product or a service. Have we spoken about price numerous times in this chapter? Have you understood what price is exactly? Price is nothing but the paisa that you pay, the money that you pay when you purchase a product. That is your pricing. Yes, don't have to go in detail because we've spoken about it. इतने सारे we have spoken about it so many times, so let's not go in detail and let's move on to the next thing, that is the factors affecting price determination, right? So number one is the product cost. A product cost should have what all things in it? Can you tell me? If I have to sell this cup, what are the things that I should consider while fixing the price? We are the manufacturer, तो हम क्या क्या ध्यान में रखेंगे और प्राइस फिक्स करेंगे? Very good. Om, production cost.
It's 12 o'clock.
Okay, Ananya, raw materials, quality, yes. Quality of the cup, yes. Operating cost, very good. Very good. Distribution or transportation cost, very good. These are few of the things. Distribution, okay, we are forgetting one more thing. Discount, profits, packaging, very good. Packaging में labeling भी आ गया. Packaging and labeling, yes. Texture of the product. Marketing, very good, Sandesh. And Shreya, marketing cost, very important, right? Marketing cost भी हम लोग ध्यान में रखेंगे. So these all factors you will keep in mind, and then you will set the production cost. उसके बाद में product cost. उसके बाद में we talk about product cost. There are broadly three types of product that cost. That is fixed cost, variable cost, and semi-variable cost. Fixed cost are those costs that जितना भी आप manufacture करो, ये price change नहीं होता है. जैसे आपका building का rent, right? आपके salaries, this do not change. Then comes your variable cost, which means that in case you are increasing the production, 10,000 units या 20,000 units बना रहे हो, तो आपको ज़्यादा raw materials चाहिए, right? So the cost increases there. Those are your variable costs. Then we talk about semi-variable costs, which vary with the level of activity but not in direct proportion with it. इसका ये मतलब है, देखो, compensation of a salesperson देख लेंगे. Compensation is nothing but the salary. So one salesperson salary is 10,000 rupees plus commission of 5% on sales. जितना भी वो sale करेगा उसका 5% उसको मिलेगा. So with an increase in the volume of sales, the total compensation will increase, right? अगर वो ज़्यादा sale करेगा तो उसका compensation आपको ज़्यादा होगा. 10,000 मिलेगा ही मिलेगा plus 5%. But directly नहीं होगा, ये indirectly होगा. That is your semi-variable costs. Next we move on to something called as the utility and demand. While the product cost, so हमने ये जान लिया है कि product cost lower limit set करता है, right? We spoke about how the product cost should have everything in it, but the utility, इसका ये मतलब है the usage of the product and the intensity of demand, मतलब कितने लोग demand कर रहे हैं and कैसे उसको use कर रहे हैं, sets the upper limit of the price which the buyer would be prepared to buy. तो product cost lower limit करता है, and the utility and the utility का मतलब usage है, and the intensity मतलब कितनी how badly the consumers want that product, sets the upper limit. In case the product is very very useful and it is a must have product for everyone in the house, then would you want to pay a large amount for it or no? Let me repeat. Let me give you an example. Now, in these times, since a lot of domestic helps are not coming home to help us and our parents, and all our parents are, let's assume, working from home. So they have to work 9 to 4 o'clock and then do the household work, and it's becoming very difficult for them. So there is a new product that is, let's assume it's a robot, right? A robot that does all the household work, and all you have to do is purchase it, and रात में आपको charge करना है. And सुबह उठ के वो your washing of vessels and everything, it's everything they do. right? Now the low, let's assume that iska production cost is I'm giving you a very vague example. Let's assume the production cost is only 10,000 rupees, right? I want to give it in lakhs, but it for us it to be easier, let's tell it is 10,000 rupees. But demand बहुत ज़्यादा है, right? Demand बहुत ही ज़्यादा है, and the utility इतना ज़्यादा वो useful चीज है that consumers are also willing to pay 1 lakh rupee. So at what price should I, as a manufacturer, what should I do? Should I say कि अरे 10,000 में बन गया है, let me just make 5,000 rupees profit and keep it for 15,000 rupees, or keep it somewhere between 80 to 1 lakh rupees? 1 lakh rupees, okay. Someone says 1 lakh rupees. What about others? 80 to 1 lakh? Yes, 80 to 1 lakh. अगर लोग दे रहे हैं तो मैं क्यों ना लूं पैसे? Correct? So what is happening here? जितना काम देता है and how much are the consumers willing to pay for that product is the upper limit of the product. You see here one more. The next point is the price of a product is affected by the elasticity of demand of the product. The demand is said to be elastic if a relatively small change in the price results in large change in the quantity demanded. अगर इसका ये मतलब है, अगर आपने थोड़ा भी प्राइस में चेंज किया, जैसे अगर आपने प्राइस कम किया तो बहुत डिमांड ज्यादा हो जाएगा, और अगर आपने प्राइस ज्यादा किया तो डिमांड कम हो जाएगा. That's when we say it is relatively elastic. We talk about elasticity over here. The next point is the total revenue increases when the price is increased and goes down when the price is reduced. If the demand of the product is inelastic, the firm is in a better position to fix higher prices. Inelastic का ये मतलब कि price कौन सा भी हो, लोग खरीदने का खरीदेंगे ही. So that is what all the manufacturers should aim at, that अगर मेरा price ज़्यादा हो या कम हो, I mean ज़्यादा हो, the consumers will buy it because they are so used to my product. So that is your utility and demand. Next we move on to the extent of competition in the market. अभी अपर लिमिट और लोअर लिमिट समझ आ गया हमको, लेकिन हम लोग प्राइस रखेंगे क्या? नाउ इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द कंपटीशन इन द मार्केट. अगर आपके पास कोई कंपटीशन है ही नहीं तो आप क्या करेंगे? प्राइस ज्यादा रखेंगे, बिकॉज कंज्यूमर्स हैव नो चॉइस बट टू परचेज फ्रॉम यू. बट अगर आपके पास बहुत ज्यादा कंपटीशन है तो आप क्या करोगे? आइदर यू विल कीप इट इक्वल टू द कंपटीशन और यू विल ट्राई टू कीप इट लेसर देन द कंपटीशन while making sure that you have covered your costs. So the extent of competition also matters. Yes. Next, government and legal regulations. In order to, तो government क्या करती है? In order to make sure that not any manufacturer is not utilizing, misutilizing it, what they do is they come into the picture. In order to protect the interest of public against unfair practices in the field of price fixing, government can intervene and regulate the prices of commodities. तो कभी-कभी क्या होता है, अगर मैं if I am the only one who is making this product, what I can do is I can sell it for X number of price. Although I have incurred, let's assume कि मुझको सिर्फ 100 rupees बना है, लेकिन मैं कोई मार्केट में नहीं है तो मैं इसको 2000 में बेच रही हूँ. That does not happen, right? Someone cannot make a lot of profit. तो government बोलती है कि नहीं, आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते हो, and the government will say they will call it an essential product and it will regulate its price. Let's see, for example, the cost of a drug manufactured by company having monopoly, मतलब वो अकेला है, in the production of the same comes to 20 rupees per strip of 10, right? तो हमको 20 गोलियां मिलेंगी एक स्ट्रिप में. The buyer is prepared to pay any amount, उसको important है and वो ready है कोई भी पैसा देने के लिए. Let's assume 20 rupees का, he is ready to pay 200 rupees also, because there are no competitors. तो क्या बोलेगा manufacturer? अरे चलो, he is ready to pay 200 rupees, let me sell it for 200 rupees. But the government does not allow it, and he says कि देखो तुम इसको 30 rupees से ज्यादा में बेच नहीं सकते. तो now he has to fix somewhere between 20 to 30 rupees. So government rules and regulations also come in between. So when you're fixing price, you have to remember this as well, that in case it's a monopoly, but in case it is a monopoly, then these things do not work out. Government will get more taxes. Absolutely, government will get more taxes, but government is here for the people. So government has to first think about the people and then think about the taxes it is getting in. Next, we talk about pricing objectives. We all know that the objective is of any company to maximize the profits. We have studied it n number of times that we have to maximize the profit. But there is a difference in maximizing the profit in the short term and the long term. That is, if a firm decides to maximize its profit in the long term, it would tend to charge maximum charge for its product. But if it is to maximize its profit in the long run, वो क्या करेगा, स्टार्टिंग में लो यूनिट प्राइस रहेगा ताकि ज्यादा मार्केट कैप्चर कर सके, एंड धीरे 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 जैसे जैसे सेल्स ज्यादा होता है प्रॉफिट्स उसका ज्यादा होगा. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द कंपनी if it wants to maximize the profit in the long run or the short run. Then apart from profit maximizing, the pricing objectives of a firm are obtaining market share leadership. तो तुमको प्राइस ऐसे रखना चाहिए that you can become the market leader, which means low prices. Next, surviving in the competitive market. आपका प्राइस ऐसा भी होना चाहिए when compared to your market, people want to purchase your products. Then attaining product quality leadership. In this, what happens, you should make sure that your pricing is such that आपका all the costs come into the picture in case you're a superior product. Next, we talk about marketing methods used. Price fixation process is also affected by other elements of marketing, such as distribution system, quality of salesmen employed, quality and amount of advertising, sales promotion efforts, and the type of packaging, product differentiation, credit facility, customers, service provided. What is happening here, when you're fixing the price, you have to think about, we have to think about quality, we have to think about distribution system, we have to think about advertising. These are the things we think about. Now let's assume that a company is providing home delivery. अभी ये जब होम डिलीवरी दे रहा है, कोई भी कॉम्पिटिटर्स मार्केट में होम डिलीवरी नहीं दे रहा है, बट आई एम गिविंग, कैन आई चार्ज अ लिटिल एक्स्ट्रा प्राइस फॉर दिस होम डिलीवरी? येस और नो? Absolutely yes, I can charge more for this because I am giving home delivery and the consumers do not mind paying a little extra sum for it. तो marketing methods आपके कैसे हैं, उस पे भी pricing depend करता है. Has everyone understood all the points in pricing? Yes, any doubts in pricing? No? Okay, let's move on. We will be a little too quick now onwards. We have to, since college is not opening any soon, so let's finish the syllabus all in while you're understanding the class. In case you're not understanding, please ask me to go slow or repeat. Let's move on to physical distribution. It is concerned with making the goods and services available at the right place so that people can purchase the same. So physical distribution, it means that agar hamara product is made, let's assume our product is made in Karnataka, but people from North India also want this product. So what I'm supposed to make sure that my goods reach the consumer, and I will do it with the help of physical distribution. That is, I will make sure my goods go transported from one place to the other place. There are two important decisions relating to this aspect. That is, one regarding the physical movement of goods, that is making sure producer से consumer reach होता है, और दूसरा है कितने intermediaries हम use कर रहे हैं. Right? Are we using from directly from manufacturer to consumer, or do we have you have wholesalers, you have dealers, you have agents? These are few of the things that we are going to be studying now. Right, next we talk about channels of distribution. In case you're not going to have your videos on, then this is how the class is going to be conducted henceforth. So you guys please take a call. Of distribution. Channel of distribution are a set of firm and individuals that take title or assist in transferring title to a particular goods or services as it moves from the producers to the consumers. In other words, channel refers to a team of merchants, agents, and business institutions that combine physical movement and title of movement of products to reach specific destination. Simple transfer of title का ये मतलब है, जब हम प्रोडक्ट खरीदते हैं रिटेलर से, तो वो प्रोडक्ट हमारा हो जाता है. When the retailer takes the product from the wholesaler, it belongs to the wholesaler. So we are transferring the title from the manufacturer, it goes to the wholesaler. When wholesaler purchases all the products become his, right? उसके बाद में when it goes to the consumers, all the products become his. So transfer of title होता है. तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? We have certain individuals, we have certain firm that help in transferring the title to the ultimate consumer. Right? Everyone understanding what is channels of distribution? Has everyone understood channels of distribution? Yes? Okay, perfect. Let's continue this in the next class where we talk about functions of distribution channel.